Hello out there, this is Cammie White and you're listening to Rushdown Radio.
Hello and welcome to a brand new episode of Rushdown Radio. I'm Anthony.
And I'm that girl who asks Blizzard why all the girls look like they're from a Victoria's Secret catalog.
Fitting for the episode we have for you all today.
Yes.
You shouldn't be surprised. You know what's been happening, and you know we're going to talk about it as we often do.
And if you're not aware, then grab a seat.
Grab a seat. Get ready to delete some games, hopefully.
Get you a beverage.
And, kick back.
Relax.
We're going to start easy. You know how we do. We start easy here.
Yes.
And then we just descend.
It's a madness.
It's going to be okay. We'll start off easy. We'll hold your hand. But first, what are you playing, Michael?
I am playing Tales of Destiny Director's Cut still. I'm almost at the end of it, finally. It's a very good game. I am surprised at how good that game actually is. The translation that those guys did is really well done for a fan translation. Superb. Let's see what else am I playing. I'm still playing, of course, that other game on PS5. I always forget the name of it.
Godfall?
Yes, I'm still playing Godfall. Still cutting stuff. Cause it's like the game where you replay levels to get more stuff. It's like a looter slasher. So it's like you want to replay levels to get more stuff. So I've been doing a lot of that.
Mm-hmm.
I finally can say the game I was playing. I finally put my review for Samurai Warriors 5 out.
Oh,
that game is really fun. It's probably one of the best ones I've played in a long time. Wow. It's probably like a traditional like Musou, not a licensed Musou game. So
okay,
I had a lot of fun playing that. That was. Nobunaga's an asshole. Like, he's such an asshole as a child. Well, a young adult. I think he's like in his mid-20s. It's probably like a reboot of the series. So it starts him off where he's like really young. And he's an ass.
I mean, I guess that translates to him as an adult.
Yeah, pretty much. So I had plenty of fun. I don't know what the rest of the reviewers were saying about that game, but I had a great time playing it. Like, it revived my love for the franchise, actually.
Because I'm about to say a lot of reviews kind of canned it.
Yeah, I think a lot of gripes they had about it I didn't have, because like I don't want a game with like 80 characters. I'm not gonna play all the characters. I don't want that. I want a game with more streamlined, and I think the game did a good job of it. And the combat, it's fun. And then 60 frames, A
Musou on 60 frames is very valuable.
It just looks so much better. And shout out to Sony for being able to capture 60 frames now. Like the internal capture card in that thing and the PS5, it's godlike. My review's in 4K.
There you go, Sony.
I was like, give me this. Now, the file size was huge, though.
Oh, I'm sure.
That thing was 5 gig. Like, okay, well, these are going to be bigger now, but it looks great.
Hey, man, that's the trade.
So that's what I've been playing, really. Just those games. Some dumb stuff on the... I've been playing Pokemon Unite, too. Lots of that.
We'll circle back around to that.
They gave me a Lola, Vulpix and Ninetales. You know I love them.
I know.
It's an Ice Fox.
I know.
What do you expect me to do?
I know. I've not said anything.
I mean, I know you wouldn't play because it's a team game, so you're not into that.
No. I have no interest in this game in the slightest.
I mean, even though your Garchomp's there and Gengar's there.
I'm aware.
You should try it.
No.
You should just give it one try.
No.
I think you might like it.
I'm sure I won't.
You don't know that.
I'm pretty sure of
it's
me.
Pokemon.
Are you really going to make me try this game?
Just once.
Fine.
See? Yay. He's going to try Pokemon Unite.
Ugh.
You can try it on mine. So I already have Gengar available to play because I have his license for him.
License?
Yeah.
What do you mean a license?
Basically, be able to play the you don't play mobiles that much. That's probably why.
Wait. Is he not available from the start?
I think Gengar is, yeah. But certain ones aren't. That's how most mobiles are. Like, you have to get the other ones you want by either playing a whole bunch or just buying them.
We'll get to that too.
That's all I've been playing right now. Those games. Where you been playing?
So, in a strange turn of events.
Oh no.
I've been playing a lot of Hitman.
That is so out of the box. Like, why? We need to know why. We have questions about we. I mean me.
All right, so I was kind of so Xbox had this giant sale. Like it might as well have been like everything must go. And I saw Hitman there for like what was it like $15? And I've always watched Hitman videos, and I was like, I kind of want to play that, but I mean I don't really like sneaking. And then I just kind of bought it on a whim. So then I played it, and first of all, sneaking, while important, is not as important as you think. And when they say that it's just a sandbox where you could just take missions out, like you could just kill people how you feel, like you really can. Like you really can. Like I've replayed the first level like 4 times just to see how many times I could just get away with it. And it's like the first time I screwed up a lot. I screwed up a lot the first time. It did not go well. The second time I poisoned her drink and I was just able to sneak out.
Rude. Violence against women?
She was the first target.
Not you spiking her drink.
Yeah, I put some rat poison in there. That was
it. Wow. You see how you truly feel about women now.
The third time I went a non-lethal run, except for her, because that's the point. And I got through with like these 3 spaghetti cans.
Why haven't you recorded this? I need this to be a clip, or like you need to clip this.
So you want to see me go through a whole level with just spaghetti cans?
No, I want to see you kill people with spaghetti cans or whatever.
No, they don't die. They just get knocked out really hard.
You need to clip that. I need to see this.
You need to see me taking people out with spaghetti cans.
Yes. Yes.
Say less. Say less.
Say less.
We're gonna get some spaghetti, and you might hear me go spaghetti, and that's the end of them.
Spaghetti cans.
I'm gonna drag them to a closet. I'm gonna take their clothes as a disguise, and people go, "Hey, how you doing?" Person who I'm sure works here,
right?
Because this AI is stupid. This AI is like some of the dumb, but that's funny. The AI is so dumb, it's funny.
So they're that brain dead.
Oh my god, their ability to like use object permanence is dumb. Like,
wow.
Bro, I've gone. They like the first time, right? I screwed up and I set the alarms up. Everybody's at full alert. So I go up some stairs and they're just looking around for me. They're like, "Where you go?" Fan out, find them. I just went up the stairs. So I killed a guy and he was at the bottom of the stairs. And then they're just like, where'd it come from? And so there he is. And then I just move slightly to the left. Where'd he go?
That's bad.
This AI but it's so funny. It's so funny.
It sounds funny.
But yeah, man, the next time I go through a level with blessed spaghetti cans,
spaghetti cans,
and I just go spaghetti.
I need to see how foolish this is.
Oh, Michael, it's so good. I thought I could get her with a spaghetti can, but she actually has to die. Like she has to get murdered.
Oh wow, gave her rat poisoning. That's hilarious.
Yeah, man, but you put a little rat poison in the bottom of her vodka glass. She comes in and she pours herself a glass. That's it.
Dang. She don't taste it? Is it like... I would assume rat poison would have a taste to it.
I guess not, because she chugged it.
Well, I guess because it's in the vodka, you can't taste it because it's vodka. And vodka's pretty strong already.
And I just shimmied my way out.
Not shimmy. Well, maybe we should shimmy to these stories coming up.
Let's go.
What we got first?
Let us see. Our first story of the day. Sony adding PS5 SSD support.
Oh, man, I was so excited for this, and now I'm like not excited as much as I was.
So the extra slot where you could put in more of the SSD, more memory, more storage, all that good stuff. They finally put out a patch to activate it so you can use it.
Yeah.
And then they gave you the specifications of what you need, from the air supply to the size, like literal size, all that stuff. Speeds it needs to run, all that just good stuff. Here's the problem. If you're an average parent and you just say, I need more memory, Mom. What you need, an SSD? Bet. And you go to a store and says, hey, I need an SSD for this PS5. There are so many things that can go wrong. The margin of error is pretty high.
That's bad.
Now, Xbox did it in a way that people thought was controversial, but you cannot possibly screw it up. Because it's Xbox branded. You already know out the box is going to work.
Yep.
As opposed to these that go from like, they're going to see this one that's like $45 and it's going to get here and it's just going to, it might brick your system.
Oh, God. Oh.
And Sony themselves, they out here like, hey, we highly suggest you are in a well-lit room with a flashlight and all this stuff. It's not inspiring confidence.
No, it's not. It's making me scared.
Like, they're making this seem like a daunting task. And I'm sure that there are going to be people who are like, oh, this is easy for me. And that's great. But we're talking about the average consumer, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about people who are parents who bought it for their kid. We're talking about people who have probably never opened up. If I say PCB port, they're going to look at me like, what?
Like, what's that?
All I know is USB, friend.
Right?
And I wouldn't blame them. Sony is not doing a great job. I mean, yes, they're giving you options and choices, but it's gonna be it's gonna be rough, I think, for people to get the right thing the first try. I think down the line they're going to go ahead and make it so they say this is for the PS5.
Yeah,
which is something they're gonna have to do.
They're going to do some branding for that.
Because
or
as it
with
is,
PS5 or compatible with PS5 or something.
Because as it is right now, people just gonna go out there and they're gonna, oh, that looks right, and just slot it in there, and it's either gonna overheat, it's gonna run your game slow, it's it's gonna be a nightmare.
No!
I foresee this being a nightmare for like a few months.
Yeah. Outside of already being hard to get one in the first place.
Right, you already gotta get one. And these SSDs are not cheap. So after you've already dropped at least $400 to get the thing, now you gotta spend another
at least $150 almost.
Right, for one that's even close to right, if you're, thinking about that kind of stuff. So that's what, a whole $550?
Yeah.
To be fair, the Xbox ones aren't exactly cheap either. They're like $200.
Yep.
But at least you know they work.
You should have confidence knowing if I put this in there, it's gonna actually work.
Right, you just slot it in there.
Versus this is like, oh, this is a gamble. But I mean, to be, I don't say it could be fair, but historically, this has been Sony's deal though. Remember the PS3 era?
Oh, well, they said, oh yeah, you can put your own hard drive in there, and they didn't tell people how to.
Exactly, or which ones worked.
Ooh.
Because there was a lot of them that didn't work for the PS3. And boy, how hard it was to get that thing out of there. Ugh.
Now, I was able to, because I know what you're talking about. I was able to because, well, I kind of know a little bit about this stuff, but not everybody does.
Yeah.
I mean, they made it stupid easy with the PS4.
Yes, that was great.
I was so glad that they made it so easy for the PS4.
Oh, it was much easier.
But now we're back to this.
Yeah.
Why can't you just make it easy, Sony? It's like either Sony makes it easy and it's just hard to do, like as far as getting all the components. Mm-hmm. Like it's easy to open, but you better have the right part. Yeah. Or, it's easy to use because it's a Sony peripheral.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Vita.
Don't. Let's not go back there. Vita was his own beast.
I mean, thankfully, people have come up with adapters where you can just slot in a micro SD.
Yeah.
But I remember those days.
Sony was done for those special proprietary memory sticks and stuff.
Like, why? Well, we know why, but why?
I don't miss those times at all.
Oh, Sony. You'll get it together, I'm sure.
What we got next up?
All right. Next. Niantic with Pokemon Go.
More Pokemon stuff.
Now, during the pandemic, they were giving bonuses and stuff out to people, and they were making it easier for people to go to Pokestops and gyms, so you don't have to walk all over the place because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were like, nah, we're gonna stop that. We're opening back up. Y'all can walk again. Y'all got it. And as you'd imagine, the player base is not too happy. And it's mostly because places are locking down again.
Yeah.
Because people don't know how to put on a mask.
Because masks are restricting. It's hard to breathe in them.
Mask hurt my freedom. How am I supposed to salute the American flag with a mask on my face?
Ask that.
Liberals.
These are really valid questions.
You liberals.
Libtards.
You sheeple.
Drones.
I live in America where I could do whatever I want with very few to minimal consequence.
Not red pill.
Don't you all see that this is all a political agenda to weaken your lungs or some stupid like that? Yeah, Niantic though, they were like, yeah, we're gonna open this up again, and the player base is like, no, put it back. I don't want to die because of the Delta variant. And so now they have to re-release a press statement that says, we'll finalize our decision in September.
Yeah.
But for now, y'all be safe.
Yeah, be safe though. So we're back to having to actually go physically see these places again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's horrible. In a pandemic? In a Pandarosa?
Mm-hmm.
In a Panda Express?
And a whole panini.
Panera bread? Like, what are we doing?
I don't know what night. I guess with everybody's, with the vaccines and everybody thinking that everything's gonna be A-okay without actually,
No one's gonna be A-okay?
no one. Once everybody heard the words vaccine, it was like, all right, off with these things.
Off with these things.
We're done here. Open up.
And it's not like America's the only country dealing with this. Like, Japan has a huge issue with COVID right now.
Japan does. If I'm not mistaken, India does.
Yo, India has a terrible over there.
Their government's just fucking around.
Yeah.
I
I think New Zealand has new cases again now.
Yeah, which is crazy because for a while New Zealand had it on lock.
They had the they was the MVP of COVID, but now they're back like everybody else.
I bet them people been traveling.
That's the problem. They've been people back into the country and people going from the country.
It's almost as if we shouldn't have stopped wearing those masks until we got a clear on this pandemic thing.
Clear? That will require years of quarantining and disinfecting and vaccinations widespread.
Only thing that bothers me is that people are like, oh, the CDC said we could take off our masks. Cool.
Yeah.
Now the CDC is like, maybe we were wrong. CDC is so full of garbage.
Right?
I never listen to the CDC. Fuck the CDC. And I guess Niantic's on that boat.
Yeah, they just but it's like, okay, so we know that people aren't going places much anymore. Yet you're putting the thing to stimulate people to actually have to go out to go Poke Stops and stuff again.
Yeah, huh?
That doesn't make sense. That's counterproductive.
Well, I guess they thought that y'all was just gonna be walking out here again.
Don't even care. You know what? If you want that, they want that new Pokemon. Well, you better walk over there and get it.
Well, September they're talking about making a decision on whether or not they're gonna keep this quarantine stuff or put it back, or if they're gonna keep it as it is. I guess they really want people out there
to die.
I guess the logic is that when you make the task harder, then you get people who are willing to pay to make the task easier.
Oh, you think this is a money grab scheme?
I think this is a roundabout way to make money.
Okay, that makes sense.
Is this a cynical way of thinking? Yes. Is it wrong? No. I mean, you know how much money Pokemon Go makes? You know how much money they probably haven't been making during this pandemic?
Probably not nowhere near as much they did years ago.
I mean, is it cynical? Like I said, yeah, but this is the games company, the games industry. Cynicism is well-deserved.
Yeah. This is nefarious, though, at this point. People are actually, it's either pay up or go outside and die.
Well, as we will soon see, it's not as if they care about the common man's well-being. So, we'll see how that pans out.
Yeah. All right, what's we got next? What's going on?
So, did you know Nintendo was actually supposed to be in the opening ceremony for the Olympics?
Really?
Yeah, a lot of stuff went south. So, the way it was supposed to be is that it's supposed to be like a leaked meeting with Miyamoto about some songs that they were going to contribute to it. They were going to have all kind of things like Lady Gaga and the Warp Pipe and stuff like that. It was going to be great. It was going to be cool.
That would be funny.
Yeah, and then things happened.
Yeah.
Whew, things happened. First of all, they went through a whole change on who was going to be directing the opening.
Okay.
So that was the first. I mean, outside of COVID, COVID is the big thing. Let's see. They were gonna have a whole thing where they have the Akira bike thing. I don't even know what they call it at this point.
I don't either.
The bike slide. And then they were gonna have dancers in uniforms to represent different train stations, which train stations seem to be a big deal over there. I'm not sure what's that all about.
It's a cultural thing.
And maybe. Then there was a musician who was supposed to be a part of this situation of the ceremony. I'm sorry. And he got caught in an interview boasting about how he abused people with disabilities. Only then to have a director who was in a skit where he made a Holocaust joke. And then...
These sound fantastic, my ass.
And then the head of the organizing committee had to resign because of sexist comments.
Huh.
So,
Nintendo was like,
things weren't going great.
So this is all of the part of the Tokyo, I'm guessing the Japanese committee for the Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
These are people who work for the Olympics?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So let's see, we had a musician, we had a director for one of the shows, and the head of the organizing committee.
Wow.
So, that's that.
Japan off their perks.
And so then Nintendo was kind of like, this don't seem family friendly.
Right? Like, doesn't really go with our brand awareness really good. We're all about family and kids and stuff.
Yeah, y'all can't use our Mario music no more.
Yeah, like, no.
Y'all gonna have to figure that out.
Y'all
can't use the warp pipe either. So none of that. No Lady Gaga in the warp pipe. That's done.
So my question is, what about the other companies that stayed? Because there was still quite a few companies that let their music be used, even though the stuff was happening. Actually,
I guess they ain't hear about what happened. I guess, I don't know. Maybe they figured that this was too big of a money-making opportunity to care about sexism or the Holocaust or abusing disabled people.
Yeah, they could get money now. So
is it no money for Nintendo? Psh, more for us.
Yeah,
get punished, idiots.
This is wild to me, but not unexpected.
Yeah, especially since wild stuff happens in Japan all the time.
Yeah.
It's just that, they were on a world stage where everyone in the world could criticize them, not just people within Japan.
Yeah.
So I guess they had to go. Nintendo couldn't be a part of that publicity.
It's like, nah, we good.
Like, imagine lending your music to a person who was like, yeah, man, that Holocaust, that was pretty funny.
I wasn't ready for that.
Neither was Nintendo. That's why they took their stuff back. They took their ball and went home.
Yeah.
Good on Nintendo, I guess. Because when I first read it, I was like, what BS is Nintendo on now? Because these days, I'm always expecting Nintendo to just be on stupid stuff.
I mean, to be fair, they have a track record of being on stupid stuff.
They really do. Nintendo is always on some kind of weirdo shit. So I was guessing they was going to be on some weirdo shit this time. But no, they just took a stance. And hey, this is a pretty solid stance to take.
Yeah. I wonder if they got pressure to do it or something. Or they have people pushing back on the whole idea of still going to Olympics when there's all this going on.
Now, of course, for many reasons, these are reports. These aren't official statements. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
In case Nintendo comes through and says, yeah, that didn't happen. So,
allegedly.
Right. There we go. That's the word. Allegedly. Air quotes. All right. So I really would have liked to see Lady Gaga come out of Warp Tube, though.
Of course you would have.
It would have been great. And I would have watched it. It would have been better than what the fuck they had going on in the Olympics now. All right. So now, speaking of this is like a whole Nintendo block. We got Pokemon, Nintendo. Now we're back to Pokemon.
That's all you. You got this.
Oh, this is Pokemon Unite.
Oh, my game. All right.
Yes, it's being accused of being pay to win.
I've heard this argument before.
Now, from what I understand, you can put items on Pokemon before they go out to battle, and you can level up those items. Am I correct so far?
Yes.
Now, apparently, you can also pay money to level up those items as opposed to just doing it the old-fashioned way.
Yeah.
So, Michael,
Uh-huh.
is that pay to win?
Is it pay to win, though?
That's what I'm asking you.
Is it pay to win, or is it just pay to play better?
Wow. So are you saying that these items do not get you a very noticeable advantage in the game? Possibly a game-winning advantage?
I don't know about game winning because you're still on a team though.
Come on.
You're still on a team though.
Mm-hmm.
So at some point you have to know that your teammates have to be equally as like competent as you are. No matter what you have as far as items, you can still lose easily.
So you're saying that this is not pay to win?
I don't think it's pay to win, but definitely just gives you an advantage. Definitely, yes.
Because everybody else has been talking about how this is pay to win, how these microtransactions are pretty disgusting. Which I'm not surprised by because, as you all should know, this is a 10-cent game.
Yeah.
If you thought you were going to get by a 10-cent game and not spend money, then whoo boy.
So far, so good for me, but I'm still in the beginning of it, so we don't know what happens next.
So, have you paid to win?
No, I just win because I'm pretty decent at it. But I play League, though, so it's like a much easier league.
I see.
So, but you still have to reply. You have to still rely on your partners and your other people on your team too. Ugh. That's the real issue. So I can unless everybody on your team has pay to win items, it's not gonna make a huge difference.
See, you talking about this teamwork and unity.
It's called Unite. It's literally the title.
No, it makes me not want to play.
But it's fun.
So you trying to rope me into this so you have somebody else to play with you?
I have people to play with.
Then what do you need me for?
I just want you to try it. That's it. You love Pokemon.
I do.
That's the only reason why I even asked you to play it. If it was anything else, I wouldn't even like. Have I ever asked you to play League?
No.
Exactly. Yo, Gengar's right there. You know, you have to level them up though in mid battle, which is not my favorite thing to do.
I mean that looks dumb anyway, but I mean I guess I don't know if League of Legends has you like level up a character mid battle.
Yes, you do.
Well, I guess that makes sense then. Whatever. But
I mean, it makes sense in Pokemon, but I just hate the fact that I want to get to Pokemon I like. I have to like deal with the like pre-evolved version of it.
I mean, ain't it just Vulpix the Ninetales?
That's where I like that because it's only like 4 levels. I don't need that many to get to
there
Ninetales.
You go. You ain't even gotta work that hard.
You gotta work hard for Gengar.
Yes, 3 stages.
Yeah, I played Gengar. I was like, oh, Gengar's here. I'm like, oh, this is a lot of work because Ghastly sucks. I hate Ghastly. Now Haunter's okay, but man, Ghastly, that's oof. He a little slow.
See, and now you telling me my boy. My little.
You like Ghastly?
I like the whole line. What are you saying?
I didn't know that. I thought it was just Gengar. People don't like the whole line every time.
Well, I do. Telling me my little man sucks.
I mean, he's still like level like 1, so it's like he doesn't have a lot of stuff at that point. But as you go through the match and as you level up more, you get more attacks and stuff.
I hope so.
And then once you get a certain level, you get to like amp up the attacks you already have.
If this game is mid, I don't even know what
you
I'm
don't have to
say.
play you don't even have to download. You just play them off mine.
Fine.
So that way you don't have to worry about like sitting there downloading it. You don't have to worry about using space up on your stuff. You just play mine. If you like it, then you just like it. But if you hate it, you don't really haven't done much, but just like, you know, play the Pokemon game you don't like.
Fine. I'll try it.
Yay.
And I guess we'll see about this pay to win thing if that comes to terms. If we come to that. But from your recollection, you're saying that are you saying that this stuff was like overblown? Do you think it's some merit to it?
I think it's probably more merit to it if like your whole team you're going against all have it. Like I think if it's just like one person has like a really good item and stuff, it won't really make a huge difference.
I guess I'd have to play to see, and then I'll be able to speak more about it because from these reports, they make it sound like this game is just destroyed by the fact that you can pay money for that kind of stuff.
Because also, like when I was playing, I didn't know people even use items like that, especially like items that was like game breaking.
I mean, do you use items?
Well, you have to at some point. Like especially like heal, you definitely need a heal at least. Like that's really useful. If you get beat up or triple team, which happens a lot, they gang up on you.
I mean, that sounds like the optimal thing to do.
It is very optimal.
You see one person and you are many?
Yes, that happens a lot.
Wow, that just sounds like bad teamwork. Sounds like your teammates weren't there to help you.
I mean, it happens. Bad communication, people going the wrong lanes.
Fucking idiots.
Not going the right way.
Now you can see.
Not knowing the objective. Not knowing how to use a Pokemon right. It happens. I know how to use mine right. Ninetales is a range character, so I ain't gotta give them up in your face. Now, close up range characters, I can't do nothing with close range characters at all. Like it's not a fighting game, so I can't do nothing with it.
All right, enough of this. I'll just play it and we'll see what goes from there.
All right.
All right, all the fun stuff's over. Now we gotta talk about the big one.
Oh yes, the Activision Blizzard lawsuit saga.
Because God, so much has happened. So for those who have just been ignoring it, because at this point everybody's heard of it, I'm sure it's been in the news. This is a big deal. The state of California has issued a lawsuit against Activision Blizzard over accusations of sexual harassment and pretty much making a workplace that is bad for women.
Yep, and discrimination for wages and promotions and all types of other stuff.
Yes.
Even got to a point where somebody got bullied enough to actually commit suicide. Like, it's really major.
And it has been shining a light on the games industry that has been needed for a long time.
Yes.
Because, of course, we've also had the cases of Ubisoft where they have been protecting abusers.
Yes.
Who knows what's going on over at EA?
Who knows? I mean, that's such a huge company. I'm sure there's some stuff going on there. And stuff going on in, like, other companies, other, like, publications, too.
Yep.
Cause I remember, like, what was it, last year? Like, a whole, like, string of, like, stuff came out in the game industry. Just, like, a lot of abuse and sexual assault and, like, sexual misconduct was coming out.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was really bad last year.
It happens at all levels, man.
Yeah.
But Activision seems to be the whipping boy of this story, and whoo boy, has it been a mess.
I think the reason why this got such big news is because of the fact the state of California is suing them.
Mm-hmm. If this was just another employee suing them, it wouldn't be such a big deal.
It would blow over probably a lot quicker.
But the whole state?
Yeah.
Now, investors got to look at that.
Which they are.
And a whole other lawsuit.
Yep. 2 lawsuits, not just one. Okay, so timeline. So we are at... Let's see, they filed the case last week. Then Blizzard did their, the actual employees actually did their walkout.
Yep.
So now we're at the, let's see, what's his face? Bobby Kotick sent a press release out after they sent an original one saying stuff was fake and phony.
Probably in the notes.
Yeah. Ugh.
You probably open up the notes app and just like, look, man, we're sorry.
And then, let's see, the other guy just left.
Jalen Brack.
Yep, he just left.
He was like, deuces. Oh, we forgot a portion where the ex-Blizzard CEO said that he failed a lot of employees. Which
yes.
added more credibility to the story.
Yes, which is good because people were kind of like, the people at the top at Blizzard and Activision were trying to like, oh, this isn't real. This is going on. This is just, hearsay.
And as soon as that broke, a lot of employees were speaking out about their experiences. And It was disgusting. Oh, also the Cosby room.
Whoo, Jesus. That was rough.
Which, I mean, at first people thought it was no big deal because it was just a suite with a picture of Cosby in it. But then, of course, they went deeper and was like, oh, they're bringing women here.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
With the intention of having sex with them.
Yep. So, that was a good look.
Not a bad, terrible look. That thing that happened in 2013. I think that's where the picture was from.
Mm-hmm.
And it just recently, I think, what was it? I think I had found this on, what was it, Vox? Was that Vox? Or was that, let me see.
What'd you find?
Oh, because in 2018, Activision had this guy who worked in IT. He installed a camera in the unisex bathroom with intention on spying on people.
Whoa.
Yes. He, of course, went to jail. He didn't go to jail. I think he got fired. And they uninstalled the camera. That was just about it. They kind of swept it under the rug. Like, when the story came out originally, I think nobody talked about it really at all.
Because the thing I know that was circulating was an interview where a woman was asking about why female characters in their games look. How did she say they look?
Oh, she said, could they not? Oh, okay, let me pull it up really quick. It's on, what you call it, on the YouTube. That was from they was having a panel at one of the I think for E3.
Mm-hmm.
They were asking about characters for I think for WoW. Let's see, WoW.
Oh, that's right. Kotick tried to give the workers an anti-union law firm, and the workers were like, "No."
Yeah. Oh, you're talking about the one because it was the same one they used at Amazon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's no. We don't want an anti-union law firm doing an investigation here. That's counterproductive. They're going to be in the best interest of the company and not the workers who work there.
Why would they want to do that?
That's dumb.
I'm mad he thought it would work.
He did, but, we're a little bit more savvy than we were back in the day.
Man, part of me is glad that this is getting so much attention. I just hate that people had to suffer to get this kind of response, because we've been needing to look at the not just Blizzard, but the games industry at large. So I hope this leads to more places getting exposed, because God knows they need it. Like, can we really just talk about Ubisoft and all the people who have been talking about abuse is happening here, or even Riot, where people are saying that stuff similar to what's happening over at Blizzard are happening there?
Yeah, I think there's actually a story that came out recently about Riot over, I think, in either China or Singapore. And there was some stuff about pretty similar stuff that happened there as well.
But nobody's talking about it because an entire state isn't suing them, I guess.
Yeah, Riot. I think it's Riot China or Singapore. Let me just put Riot and then sec or something. Some of these are kind of like, there's been so many stories that's just been popping up recently, and it's kind of like hard to track all of them.
Because it's always developing. I'm sure by the time we're done with this podcast, something else is probably going to come out.
Ah, yes. Women suing Riot Games may be entitled to $400 million, not $10 million. So they have a sexism lawsuit going on in Riot Games.
So, maybe we should start taking a deep look at some of these other companies.
I think every company should be looked at, like all of them.
Yeah.
The bigger ones first. Those probably require the most work, because they have like so many people trying to and see, I work in HR. I know how easy it is to cover stuff up, because you're the bearer of all this stuff. I mean, ethically speaking, you should be covering this stuff up. But if you have to have the interest of the company in mind, that's it's so easy to do.
Because that's what HR is really for. Everybody thinks it's for the workers, but it's for the interest of the company.
Yep, it definitely is. Unfortunately, it's supposed to be for the company, for the workers, but oftentimes it's not. Especially when it's like a huge conglomerate, it's definitely not for the workers.
So, everybody's always like, oh, well, why don't you just talk to HR about it? Because HR is not here for that.
They're not always a neutral party, because sometimes you get in trouble for speaking up. Sometimes they have hotlines set up to it's an anonymous hotline. So what they'll do is they'll catch it before it gets out, and then they'll either reprimand you some way, or they'll do an investigation that's really thorough. And if you don't cooperate, your job's in jeopardy at that point too.
Mm-hmm. And then, of course, they can blacklist you in the whole industry.
Yeah,
if you leave that company, you have no future in your field.
Yep, you can't use them as a reference. They're like, oh, you work there? Oh, yeah, sorry. Can't work here. We know what you did last time you were at.
So your only options then is to find a new industry or start your own business, I guess.
I think the worst part about this is that, well, I can't say the worst, because all of this is pretty bad, but I think reading the whole thing about what they do to black women over at Riot, I mean not Riot, but Blizzard, is pretty gross too. How they micromanage them and stuff, and make sure they don't get promotions and raises, on purpose, other women of color, and then women who are pregnant. Ugh.
Oh yes, how they won't let them get raises or something because they're afraid that they're gonna get pregnant. They don't let people get promotions because they're afraid a woman's gonna get pregnant and leave. Which wild,
very wild. On the subject of pregnant women that were nursing and stuff, they had a pregnancy room. They're supposed to have a pregnancy room at companies now. That's a standard. And unfortunately, the one at Activision didn't have actual lock on it. So men were actually coming in there and kind of watching them as they were breastfeeding. It was really, that's in a deposition. It's really gross.
And mind you, this is on top of other things that people have noticed about the company, like that story that broke out that even if you're an employee, you have to pay for things in the cafeteria.
That was weird.
And they're not getting even paid enough to make rent and stuff like that. So they have to choose between rent or buying food from the company cafeteria,
which is already scummy.
So this is on top of stuff like that.
So you got to deal with all of that, low wages and just awful management, and then sexism and just discrimination and
And this is in a company that probably has one of the lowest percentages of job security, because of how quickly you can get jettisoned.
Even when the company does good, they still lay people off.
See, that's the thing. They give you the idea that it does good by laying people off.
Yeah, some of them had that one record-breaking year, and they still laid off 100 people.
Yep, it was a record-breaking year, and it was 800 people.
Yeah, that was crazy. So on top of that, so you got to deal with low wages, probably got to deal with crunch and sexism, and somebody being creepy around you. You can't that's weird. And then the what was it? The one part I think I read was the cubicle crawl, which is that's God. You got men running around. They're drunk. They're drunk too, allegedly, and they're crawling on the floor around cubicles, around the women's office, around their desks, are being weird and creepy. And this is like normal behavior. Like this is like just out of the blue. This is like normalized.
Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, Bobby Kotick is just taking bonus after bonus.
Oh, he got so much money.
One of the most overpaid CEOs.
He don't even probably do nothing. Well, he does a good job of covering stuff up. I guess that's probably about it.
So, that's the thing. That's the thing that I hate the most about all of this. After this all resolves, what consequences is he really going to suffer?
Yeah.
He's still going to be rich as fuck.
He really is.
Going back to his cushy little mansion, like just enjoying his money, and I doubt he will care how many people he has to toss under the bus to get there.
Oh, of course. He's going to make sure of that.
So at the end of this, Bobby Kotick's going to be fine. That's what I think disgusts me the most about all of this.
Yeah.
At the end of this, what consequences are they really going to face? What are they going to do? Have to pay a fine? He'll probably reach into his change pocket and pay whatever fine that's going to be.
Yeah, not his couch cushion money.
Mm-hmm. And it's going to be fine. Like, I don't know what real consequences we would have to impose. I don't know what real consequences are possible. But I wish that at the end of this, Activision would have a noticeable impact, at the very least, to scare other companies.
Yes. He used to go to jail. That's what he used to be in.
Yes. You see, J. Allen Brack was like, no, I'm not doing this.
Yep. He's like, I'm out. Deuces.
Jail.
Give me my
assets seized.
He like, give me my my severance package.
Let me get my stocks.
Right.
I'm gonna take my trophy there.
It's been real, y'all.
I'm gonna take my stickers.
I'm about to roll out real quick. I'm about to leave out. All right. Y'all stay up.
Yeah, y'all, right. All right. Y'all be safe though.
Y'all be safe.
Don't worry. Those two over there, they got it.
Right.
Remember my contract. Y'all still be paying me.
Pretty much. I hate the fact they still get paid off of leaving a place. Like, how do you still make money off a place you don't even work at no more?
I mean, it's already bad enough you get like a sign-on bonus.
That's ridiculous.
And
it's
always
always a huge one. Like, I could see a severance if like the company fails or something and you like don't have a job, but like you're a CEO. Like, you have all these different like avenues of money that comes from this one company, and you still get extra money. It's just, I hate it. And then on top, out of all the stuff we're dealing with money, you gotta deal with that much type of level of like workplace abuse too.
Talking about I'm going to pursue new opportunities.
Yeah, you picked a really good time to pursue opportunities.
Yeah, what a great bit of timing.
Man, it's just weird how this happened at the exact moment there's a lawsuit going on. Who would have thunk it?
I'm sure he's not running from anything. I'm sure.
Of course not. He's not running. He just wants to do something different.
You know, he's tired of video games.
Yeah, I mean that could get old after a while. I mean, who wants to be
maybe he wants to write a book.
He definitely probably might. I mean, like, why wouldn't he? It's a cushy. He got money. He can sit around now.
I mean, hey, he can retire.
He probably will. All his money and lies and secrets he got going on. The only thing I don't like about this is that the general public. No, before I get to them, I'm gonna get to the game journalism and the media. Because what I hate the most is that they'll post these stories to seem like they actually care, but then next week they'll be talking about, oh, next Call of Duty coming out. Oh man, you see that patch update for Overwatch? Oh snaps!
It's actually funny you mentioned that, because as I was looking to make sure I got all the Activision timeline stuff, you could see peppered all throughout it. Activision and Call of Duty comes out with season 5 and blah blah blah. Like, y'all want to look like you care so much,
right? But
y'all will not give up your access.
They won't do the actual hard lifting, which requires them to like not report on this stuff.
Not report on this stuff. Don't play this stuff. Don't run your Activision ads or nothing like that, because that costs you money.
Yeah, it costs them clicks. You know, engagement's important. Analytics and stuff's all they care about.
Mm-hmm. So, this is a case of disappointed but not surprised.
Oh yeah.
Because, I mean, what else were they going to do? Tell you not to play Call of Duty anymore while reviewing Call of Duty games? That's a Call of Duty game probably going to come out in November, and then I swear to you they'll cover it.
Probably. I hate it. I hate the fact that they're so concerned. Like, this fake concern. Like, if you really don't care, like, if you don't care, just don't care. I would prefer it if the companies that run these outlets would just say, we're not going to even cover the story about the trial or anything, or the lawsuit.
We're just not going to touch it.
We're just not going to touch it. I would respect them way more of that. They're like, it's a conflict of interest. We're just going to continue to talk about the games only. That's like completely different what we're talking about. I would respect that more than just, oh, we're on the side of the people who are the victims and blah, blah, blah. Then you going to run an ad for Call of Duty right after it?
Now, here's what I hope.
On the same page?
I hope in the aftermath, Activision remembers who was posting what. And was
Yeah.
like, y'all going to have to buy it from Walmart.
Now I got to get a Walmart copy.
And yeah, that's the best place to get it. It'll be $59.98. Save you that penny.
I hate it. $59.98. I just hate the hypocrisy. Like there's no integrity in games media.
I mean, we've known that for a long time.
But now it's like a place where it's like actual people's lives are at stake. Like if you say you care, because I know these people that work at IGN or GameSpot or Eurogamer, they have met some of the people who work at some of these companies.
Mm-hmm. They've met Bobby Kotick, I'm sure.
So they know the people that work there and stuff that's happened. They probably know stuff firsthand what's happening.
Kotaku for sure.
Oh, for sure.
Because Kotaku stay with the BS.
Yes.
Especially when Jason Schreier was there.
Oh, yes.
They know they know.
I think he's the one that leaked that pulled the story in the first place, wasn't
Isn't it always him?
Yeah, I think he's the one that started the whole story for this.
Yep. It's always Jason Schreier.
Yeah, he actually had a tweet to say if you have any stories you want to say confidential, I can you just email him if you have stuff you've gone through or stuff you've experienced while you're working at Blizzard Activision. Oh, it's just it's a clusterfuck, honestly.
And then levels. The people.
Yes, the consumers. Consume product.
The people who are like, well, I don't know those people, or I sunk too many hours in this game to give it up now,
or it doesn't even matter if I play it or not.
Well, I already bought it, so they already got my money. Might as well enjoy it.
Or this is going to affect other people who had nothing to do with this. Like, what?
Right, that argument I hate probably the most. Well, if I stop playing it and don't give them money, that's going to affect the developers, not the people up top.
You do know that the publishers make all the money, right? It's not the developers that make the money.
Not to mention, if they're on strike, why would you be worried about them? They understand the consequences. They understand what's happening.
Exactly.
But they have given up all of that for a chance at change. And if even asked us to do the same, and you're going to use them as an excuse?
Yeah, that's
just say you don't care and go.
Yeah, that would probably be better than just the lack of empathy for people who are really going through something terrible. Workplace abuse is terrible. It's very rampant,
especially the workplace abuse that has made your games.
Yes,
this isn't just this isn't something that's like, oh, this don't affect me. Yes, it does. You have actively given money to people who have been abused, and you're giving money to abusers.
Yeah.
That's the long and short of it.
Mm-hmm.
You have paid abusers for a product.
Mm-hmm. That's what it comes down to at this point.
Whether they like to see it that way or not, or it hurts their feelings or something like that. People have been hurt, and they're telling you, hey, we've been hurt. Hey, we just need some solidarity.
Right.
And the most you guys, I locked all my May skins, so...
I locked all my May skins, so... I still like Hearthstone though. It's fun.
I sunk a lot of money in the Hearthstone.
Right? I just bought Diablo last week.
And you know what? To some degree, I get it. I bought Crash Bandicoot twice for my console. I bought Spyro twice. I get it. But whether or not I affect them in the long term, there's always a way for them to try and make money out of you.
Yeah.
And all that they're asking you to do is to not support it by not playing their games.
That's it.
That's it.
But that's too much to ask. That's a huge ask.
Because whether you like it or not, right? Even if you've already paid for the game, when you're playing the game and people see you online playing the game, they see that you're playing that,
mm-hmm.
right? If I'm playing Crash Bandicoot and somebody comes online and says, oh, he's playing Crash Bandicoot, you're advertising at that point.
Yeah, you're free advertisement at that point.
Of course, there's going to be somebody who's like, oh, that's a reach. No, that's
not a reach. That's the whole purpose of streaming. Streaming is nothing but advertisement. That's it.
Fun fact. If you go on PSN and you go and see what people are playing and you go see the game, it takes you to the store page
to buy it. Literally, it's a pipeline.
Oh, what, you think it's a cute little idea? It's oh, I'm playing that game, I'll play with it too. Then no, it's literally there for you to look at them and be like, oh, he's playing that, I want to play that.
Right? Or, oh wow, it's on sale, I didn't know it was on sale, let me buy it.
we're at the point where Sony literally downloads little icons for you to let you know when they're having a sale.
Yeah.
Which is rude, by the way.
It is very rude.
And on Xbox, it's not better. They have a whole panel just right there like, hey, this game's for sale, or hey, this sale's going on.
Yep. So yeah, you playing these games online for people to see is advertising the game. Like,
you are a billboard.
Yes.
You are a shill at that point.
And if you posting clips on any social media, it's even worse at that point. Or if you're streaming, like, you are just live, like, saying this game is great or this game is fun, you should play it too.
You are free advertisement because even your clips. Let me see. Let me make sure of that before I say it, because I'm almost certain that I'm right. But let's see. Where is my Guilty Gear clip? Your Guilty Gear clips and things like that. Clips from Sony, right?
Uh-huh.
Guess what it comes with when you post it? That you can't delete, by the way.
What?
A store link.
Of course.
And all you can do when you post it is get rid of the hashtag PS4 share. You can't get rid of this link.
Nope.
So,
not at all.
You know.
Because they want you to buy the game.
So I don't think that's much of a conspiracy there.
It's not a conspiracy. It's a deliberate thing to do.
I mean, just say you don't care and go at this point.
I think that's probably more. But see, at that point, they look bad.
And they haven't looked bad this whole time?
They don't want to look bad.
If you make the argument that has nothing to do with me, you have already resigned yourself to looking bad.
I mean, yeah. I mean, true. But they don't feel like they're actively doing it. They feel like there's more of a passive effect of what you're doing.
Well, that's too bad. They're bad people. Well, okay. In this instance,
yeah,
they're a bad person.
Yeah, I feel bad for all the people that's like going through this stuff. Because I know, like, that's one thing why everyone wants to even like be in HR now, because of the fact I worked at a job where it was terrible, like just awful. And I felt like if I worked in HR, I could probably make a difference for whatever company I was working at. But yeah, I'm really sensitive to the subject because I know how it feels to work somewhere and just feel like complete garbage. And I can only imagine like feeling like garbage and being sexually harassed too.
Yeah, that's a world I've never experienced it, but I don't want people to experience either.
Oh, it's not fun. And then just like a lot of the report that came out, just like I'm like, this is crazy. This went on for so long, like years and years of people being abused and misused and treated like garbage and disposable and stuff. Like, that's just crazy to me. And there was no outlet. You either work there or quit. That was your only option. You couldn't make it a better place. We couldn't make the environment better because nobody cared about making it better. It was better for the people who enjoyed it, which were unfortunately the men in charge. So yeah, this is a lot. And it's gonna keep me in a lot. I'm glad that this is shining light on it. I'm glad this is now a talking point. People actually can like discuss this in the open.
That's all we can do is wait for these discussions to just keep happening and see what happens at the end.
Yeah.
Like, I really want this court case to hurt Activision as much as it can.
Oh, definitely. I mean, it's hurting a little bit because their stocks are going down a little bit day by day, which is great. Hurt them where it hurts the most, which is the money.
The wallets.
That's
hit the wallets.
Hit that. Like, nothing else hurts them more than their stock going down.
The more money they lose, the more Bobby Kotick just melts.
Not him melting into
My
mush.
money. Greedy little bitch.
I hope everybody that was ever affected by this has moved on, got whatever they needed to, like, whatever self-care or therapy they were able to get, and they're in a better position now, and they are far away from this place as possible. And people who are still working at Activision and Blizzard, hope whatever happens, they actually get a better work environment.
Me too.
And new management. I think they have new management now. I think there's like too many people they hired to run a lot of Activision Blizzard now. But that's still not enough. They need to do way more. Like, for real. This ain't enough. That's just like that's the beginning. We got a lot more work to do.
I need to see some people in cuffs.
Yeah, I want to see that. I really want to see that, like badly.
I want to see some people in jail.
Yeah, because some of this stuff is crazy.
Right, because as we all should know, sexual harassment and sexual abuse is a crime.
Yes, it is. And the fact that Activision did nothing for that girl who committed suicide, like, that was beyond crazy to me. They're like, oh, it had nothing to do with us. That was something unrelated. Oh, God.
The fact that this is how we had to find out about it.
Yeah,
I had never heard about it before now.
Me neither. We probably would never heard about this had they not had that lawsuit put on them. But this is over a 2-year investigation done by the state of California.
Shit.
So that means this was going on. So I'm saying if it was 2 years ago, that means it started in 2018. Probably around the time when that guy had got caught with those on cameras.
Sheesh, man.
Which is I can't believe that even happened. Like, that was bizarre. Like, How do you
like these are the things you hear in like movies or something. These are things we think are fiction.
Yeah.
But no.
They're real life stuff. People are actually doing this type of crazy stuff. And no consequence. That's the thing. There's no consequences involved. There's no restoration. There's no healing for people who've been hurt or victimized by people who work there. Like this is what it's just so much. I just want people to be safe when they work places. I want the game industry as a whole to be a safe place for people to just make games and play games and not be harassed or sexually assaulted.
Like who would think that making video games would be a dangerous industry for people?
Right? Especially for women and femmes and non-binary people. They have it the worst because this is such a very male-dominated field too. And it's like a lot of like dudes that were nerds in high school now have a little bit of power now because they're in this position to make games. Ugh. I hate it.
Same, man. This is gross.
It is. But hopefully things get better. I
want to see Bobby Kotick in jail.
I really do. I want him in jail, like handcuffed. He been needing to be in jail for a long time.
He's had it too good for too long, man.
Hopefully this is a year where he finally gets it. Hopefully it just finally find a way to like put him away.
Jail.
All right, I think I'm.
You all right?
I think I'm. Yeah. It's just a lot. It is. It's such a heavy topic.
And I don't think I have a sound off, do you?
Nah, this is pretty much my sound off, honestly.
All right, then I guess we will go ahead and wrap up the show here. Thanks for listening. Check us out on our social medias. Go ahead and share this podcast with some people who hate Activision as much as we do.
Right?
You know, and share it to somebody who might be trying to ignore this while they play their little Overwatch game.
Right? Or going online to Twitch and watching Overwatch streams and stuff.
Yeah, share it around. Get people to hear these stories, hear about what's happening with their favorite games, because the people who worked on this deserve to have a voice and they deserve to be heard. And with that, we will go ahead and close out this episode. See you guys later.